And we're back. I'm back anyway. Perhaps with a bit of a new lease on life. I don't want to jinx it by going into details. I've only shared the details with one friend. Because he's the kind of guy that could understand and appreciate. It's kind of like choosing your battles, you know. When you got good news, potential good news, don't just go sharing it with anybody. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. So, this is going to be a really boring stream. Really boring. You'd think that everything that I do for Pride Month would be just as fabulous as all my other Pride Month special streams. Absolutely fabulous. But not this stream. Nope. This is not going to be fabulous at all. Actually, I think I had to do this once before in a previous stream, but it wasn't the focus of the stream. So, I'll go from like up here in my corner, kind of like looking down on a nebula in the cosmos, to looking down at my mix. Yeah, there is a method to my madness. That's it right there. Okay. Got a couple of hours before I have to drive. Got to go to a store. Long surfing Mrs. got some shopping to do. Means I gotta drive. Not always, but this time I gotta drive. Okay, and I better get my chat dock going just in case. Just in case one or more of you guys decides to drop by. There we go. That'll do it. All right. So here I am, looking down over my mix. Yeah, it's all right. Maybe it's a bit self-indulgent, eh? Well, I'll disappear myself if I need to. Okay, so... Whoa, what's going on? Oh. Right. That's Shift F, by the way. If you're learning Cakewalk, Shift F. You know, you could zoom out and, you know, right? Then you want to get everything back into, get the whole project back in that pane. Shift F. Boom, there it is. All right. So, I want to finish this by, what day is today? The 11th. Okay, I want to finish this by the middle of the month. I want to finish this by Sunday, by the Sunday the 15th at the latest. I am starting to race the clock a little bit. I've got a peculiar problem here. So, again, this project is about a year old, and I can't explain everything that's going on with it. But oh shoot, I forgot to refreeze the drum kit track. Well, I'm going to take this as far as I can. It shouldn't drag on too long anyway. Tedium and Drudgery. All right, so tracks, well, let me see. 14 through 22, with the exception of 15. 15, the King Kong 2, that's a Johnny Come Lately. I might as well move it up just for the sake of having all these old tracks together. 15 through 22. Those are the original outro tracks. There's also Preacher Manning, but I think I've already got him sorted out. So here's the thing. I've had these tracks have been throughout this whole remix. These tracks have been frozen. They've remained frozen, and frozen means unlocked, untouched, exactly as they were a year ago. And I'm at the point where I've kind of taken the remix as far as I can in terms of getting an outro how I want it. Outro is almost a third of the song. I mean, getting it how I want it. It's like, it's getting there. I could retract the vocal and then, put a few finishing touches on it and be done with it. But I'll have this question nagging in my mind, like, what if I had gone the extra 9 yards and unpacked these things and undid some bad decisions I made before, and made some better choices, benefits of another year of experience. I got another few days. I figure it's worth a shot. But here's what happens when I go to unfreeze. The track will start with let's start with this last one here, because it'll be easier one to work with in terms of getting it in the right place. Here's what happens. Here's what's going to happen. And I know why this is the case. This is the case because I did a BPM change on the project earlier when I was importing the MIDI file for the drum track. Okay, so I think that's what caused this issue, but here's the issue. When I unfreeze this track called 28 Scoop, is that 28 or 20? 28 Scoop. It moves. You see? It moves. And I've got it doesn't have any automation on it. Right. This is going to be the easiest one. But so this actually won't be too bad. But Control Z. Now, I'm only going to be able to do one for purposes of well, I might be able to do more than one. It's just, well, I might as well find out if I've got playback issues. Shift F, just as things stand, because I forgot to freeze the drum kit. MIDI, it's VST instrument, somewhat processor intensive, CPU intensive, and so I'm about to find out. I might have to restart this whole damn stream, but it's good to actually listen to yesterday's conclusion with fresh ears anyway. So it's going to be a bit loud on the LUFS meter, but I don't really care about that right now anyway. Yesterday I was really waffling between whether or not to have a bus compressor, because it's a big mix. There's a lot of elements in it, especially in the outro, and there were things that, see, I've got this, where is it? Tone Boosters Barricade here. And right now I've got it set back to just plain Jane vanilla -1 dB limiter. But yesterday I had it, see if you click, oops. If you click on the presets, you can see that it has some options, you know, and it's got compressors. This is not in the previous Barricade version, but version 4, they've got compressors in there, and they're decent. I mean, they're interesting. They bring something to the table, and they were solving certain issues I was having. See, you can't see that because it's behind me. Vanity, oh vanity. Okay, so specifically, there were details in the mix, in the outro, that became audible, and pleasantly audible, while I had this set on a compressor setting. But it was too much of a trade-off. It was sucking too much life out of the song as a whole, and especially in the first 2/3 before the outro, and it's just like no, back to the limiter. It is more space, more elasticity, more life, more like. I don't know why I used to favor a compressor in the master bus, but I just don't anymore. So then that got me sticking with a limiter. I mean, it keeps you, at least in this case, kept me honest. But I've done pretty much all I can do to remix this part without actually unfreezing the tracks and getting into the plugins. And what I did was, looking off into my buses here. Hello. There we go. This is something that this is a technique that I tried with another song that, well, the video's done, everything's done. I just have to go back, and it's been a few weeks. Listen to it one more time, and I'll be releasing the video. That one's called Ballad of a Hungry Ghost. But I was pleased with the results of this experiment in that mix, and That was to use Tone Booster's Real Bus, two different settings, two very different two quite different settings, and to bus different tracks to one or the other depending on which Real Bus setting seemed to favor that track more. And it just the idea is to give to get more delineation between, but a little bit more, I don't know, in a way more sophisticated and a way less sophisticated, if that makes sense. I also added drum compressor bus just for track 2, the SI drum kit, and there's a little parallel compression, and I was happy with it yesterday. So anyway, that's what I got going on here, and now I want to listen to it, and I want to have a look at Air Windows Meter. Now, why am I having that red line? Not because of Real Bus in all that is making a small difference there. This is very, 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 very vanishingly soft overslew frequencies. It's really not a concern, but it is coming from one of those two Real buses. Probably from the cassette. That's what it's coming from. But I'm not going to worry about that right now. If you can hear it, if you can hear that probably hiss, then you've got much better hearing than I do. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and give it a listen and see what it looks like on Meter before I get into the Tedium and the Drudgery. Here we go.
Well, there can be no doubt now. The knives are all out now, and the devil, he's done playing nice. And there's no use pretending it all won't soon be ending, whether by fire or ice. And the light proves a curse as the shadows disperse, and the horsemen go mounting their steeds. And if it weren't for damnation, you'd think that salvation was the last thing that anyone needs. And it may seem an odd thing to whisper to God, but I think it is fitting and right. If there's no turning around a world that is hellbound, then I'm praying for the meteorite.
I got a word of knowledge, a word of prophecy, and I want you, preacher, to use this word of prophecy whithersoever you go. That God is going to put a burn, God's going to put a cancer in the butthole. God's going to put a cancer in the butthole of every sodomite butthole, everyone that practices sodomy from the day of this message will get cancer in the butthole. Right there. It'll burn and burn and burn. You'll have to, the manufacturer will have to go into manufacturing chairs where people can stand
small price to pay for just even one day without perversions I won't sing of. Lest I sully this song with an endlessly long litany of degenerate blight. They all spit in God's eye, and so that is why I am praying for the meteorite. In heavenly silence and with divine violence, I picture it hurtling through space, heading straight for the earth with all that fate is worth, and with preternatural grace.
You got a flame. You got that special asbestos diaper. When God gets through with the sodomite, this is the word of the Lord. This is the prophecy of Almighty God. This is the Lord's word. This is the Lord's word. And Pastor, if you are a sodomite, God's going to have a flame coming out of your butthole. You're going to need an asbestos diaper. You better go and praise the God and ask God to heal you before this word cools down. You better ask God to heal you, and then you'll tell God, I'm going to preach against every sodomite. I'm going to preach against the sodomite maker, Barack Hussein Obama, the son of Satan. I'm going to become a sodomite slayer, like David Banner said, out of New York City. I'm going to become a sodomite slayer. Otherwise, you're going to have a flame coming out of your butthole.
And I pray that it reaches them stricken and speechless, laid low in their lurid zeitgeist, and more to make them tremble. I pray it resembles the head of our Lord Jesus Christ, smiling serenely yet ever so keenly as the butt plugs bulge out of their tights. And in their surrender there is only one gender, and it is called meteorite. Yes, it may seem an odd thing to whisper to God, but I think it is fitting and right. If there's no turning around a world that is hellbound, then I'm praying for the meteorite.
As we celebrate
And playback glitch and playback glitch rears its ugly head. Anyway, sonority is a little bit higher than I'd like, but overall, not bad. I should be able to tweak that. I fiddled with tweaking it in Air Windows Mastering, but that's probably going to come down to the real buses. Anyway, what to do here? Well, I'm only going to be able to do this with one track because of the playback issues, and I can't if I refreeze a track during a stream. I can't refreeze a track during a stream because reasons. So here's what I got to do, and it's more tedious and whatnot if there's automation previous automation that I did. I got to go back and try to, because the automation sometimes it doesn't. You drag the clip and the automation doesn't follow, and just you got to redo it. And all right, so this one's easy and straightforward. Maybe I should choose one that isn't easy and straightforward. But yeah, I'm just going to choose one that's easy and straightforward. Let's see, let me look at this one. That's simple. Preacher Manning. Actually, does that have automation in it? I don't see lines, but I thought it did. Lanes. Damn. I did automation with Preacher Manning, but those automation lines are gone. It's baked in now. How'd that happen? I don't know. Let's see what happens when I unfreeze. Oh, okay. Well, okay, I'm going to do that later. Okay. I'll just do this. This one here sounds like this.
Next time you get poked in the butt, a flame, when that man pulls that penis out of you, a flame is going to come out. It'll be an eternal flame that will not be able to put it out. You will not be able to get in the bathtub and put it out. You will not be able to...
Oh, it sounds pretty clusterous. I'm definitely going to want to, like, you can't really hear that. Listen how big it is. It's big, but it's thin. So I'm going to want to rework it. But when I unfreeze it, boom. So here's what I'm going to do to make this as painless as possible. Zoom in. Just find the transient as best I can. Right there, man. And that is 638.28. 638.28. 638.28. Can I remember that? 63828. 638.28. All right. Burn that into the memory banks and unfreeze. 638, not 628.38, 638.28. All right, now I have to zoom out again. Drag it over more or less, get it close, get it on the green. Okay. Well, I guess I didn't really have to remember it because the line is staying there. As long as I don't click around and move the line. Okay. And in theory, that should work. And we'll find out right now. Because, hang on. Whoa, where did my line go? Where did my 638.28 line go? There it is. Okay. Solo this track and solo the drum loop. Okay, it's in time. Don't really need that noise. It's right there. Okay. All right. Now, Shift F. Go into console view and here we go. Only four plugins. Ferric TDS, I was using that for everything back then. Maybe I should get back into using it again because it's nice. I'm just going to bypass the effects rack and all right. That is a, yep, that's what I thought. Sub-kick simulator. I think I can remember why I did that. But let's say be it. I just wanted a beefier sound, but that wasn't the right way to go about it. And I've got better and more interesting tools for that kind of thing anyway. So, bye-bye. TDR Molotok. It's fine. It's okay. Don't need it. If I want a channel compressor, I'd rather use tone boosters anyway. What kind of air windows did I have in here? Discontinuity. Okay, that's not a bad choice at all. 105. That's the default. And then of course our Ferric TDS on gentle leveling. But why? Maybe I'll just delete this part altogether. I'm going to leave discontinuity there. And let's listen to it again in the mix. Right, okay.
So every Saturday there'll be a flame coming out of the butthole, and you'll need an asbestos diaper. Now, you can do one or two things, sodomite and sodomite failure free. The next time you get poked in the butt, a flame, when that man pulls that penis out of you, a flame is going to come out. It'll be an eternal flame that will not be able to put it out. You will not be able to get in the bathtub and put it out. You will not be able to get in the toilet and put it out. You will not be able to wash it out. You'll need an asbestos.
Okay, so now I can hear it in the mix, but I don't want it that loud. Let's see if I can do something to it where it sounds better and I need to turn it down. And what is that going to be? Well, first thing I'm going to try is Tone Boosters Broadcast. I've never even read the manual. I don't know but I found my own use for it. I like what it does, the way for what I use it for. It is a kind of compressor, loudinator, maybe is a better word for it. Broadcast processor. Okay, so I'm going to try it with this setting first. AGC plus limiter plus widening. And first going to solo it. Massive. It's a bit much, but hey. Let's see. Oh, that's handy. Okay.
There'll be a flame coming out of the butthole, and you'll need an asbestos diaper. It will stop this. Now, you can do one or two things, sodomite and sodomite failure free. The next time you get poked in the butt, a flame, when that man pulls that penis out of you, a flame is going to come out. It'll be an eternal flame that will not be able to put it out. You will not.
Wow, that really, really, really makes it punch through. Now the question is, when I go ahead and dial it down, dial the volume down, will it sit? Will it punch through nice and clear, but sit in a more polite manner? So
Every Saturday there'll be a flame coming out of the butthole, and you'll need an asbestos diaper. It will stop this. Now, you can do one or two things, sodomite and sodomite failure free. The next time you get poked in the butt, a flame, when that man pulls that penis out of you, a flame is going to come out. It'll be an eternal flame that will not be able to put it out. You will not be able to
It's promising. We back off a little bit on it. Get more of a running start. I don't like things. I don't like hugely terraced dynamics. I don't like slam you in the face kind of volume increases. I'm not Nickelback.
Coming out the butthole and using an intestinal diaper. It will stop this. Now, you can do one.
Hell yeah. Okay. That's good. That's good, but could be better. So, I'm going through my inner Rolodex of secret weapons. The most obvious of which is Air Windows base drive. Yeah, why not? Just give it a shot. Well, there's also salt, pepper, and butter. There's also Waves IDX. I mean, why the hell not? It was oversold, but still, it does wonders, man. It's like really nice. Okay, we had our running start there, right? Okay. More body, more edge.
And put it out. You will not be able to wash it out. You'll need an asbestos diaper in order to be able to stop that thing. And nobody will ever stick a penis in your butthole again because it will be on fire. It will be flames of fire. You think AIDS was bad, you ain't seen nothing. Do you see the...
Okay, I don't like it here. Don't like that there. It's too, it needs something more subtle. Okay, veering off back into Air Windows territory. Just going to give this a try. This is under amp sims, but I'm not viewing it as an amp sim. Bass drive, secret weapon. Just at default settings. Check out the difference. Wait a minute, okay. So there's broadcast, no broadcast, broadcast. Here's bass drive. Quite the difference, eh? Now, sometimes that'll affect a change that it doesn't sound like any kind of improvement when you're soloing it. But there's where wisdom comes in. Listen to me. Talking about wisdom. Sometimes it'll serve the mix. Let's hear it in the mix.
Every time I hear the pain coming out of the butthole and using an adjustment diaper, it will stop this. Now, you can do one or two things, sodomite and sodomite failure free. The next time you get poked in the butt, a flame when that man pulls that penis out of you, a flame.
But you see, this is a very, very powerful secret weapon. That presence. It's a color change. You know, it works or it doesn't. You don't have to fiddle with it too long to know if it's going to work. Back off again a little bit.
Coming out of the butthole and using an adjustment diaper, it will stop this. Now, you can do one or two things, sodomite and sodomite failure free. The next time you get poked in the butt, a flame, when that man pulls that penis out of you, a flame is going to come out. It'll be an eternal flame that will not be able to put it out. You will not be able to get in the bathtub and put it out. You will not be able to get in the toilet and put it out. You will not be able to wash it out. You'll need an asbestos diaper in order to be able to stop that thing. And nobody will ever stick a penis in your butthole again because it will be on fire. It will be flames of fire. You think AIDS was bad, you ain't seen nothing. You see the flames coming out of P.D. Jake's butt. Where's P.D. Jake? He's got a flame. He's got on his asbestos diaper. Where's Petrolina? He's got a flame. That maggot. He's got a flame coming out of his butt. You better get up and preach, Lord. What?
All right. I'm going to leave it there for the time being. I'm on the fence about it. Next is Tone Booster's Tone Booster's module. You look at the presets and you can see why this might be a tool that it's worth checking out in this kind of situation. It's a very dense mix. Textures become important. Then again, you don't want modulation just washing everything into oblivion, right? And also, there's a lot of choices here. If you're like one of these people, you don't do presets, man. Okay, I guess you've got more time on your hands than I do. And patience. I love presets. Presets give me starting points, at least. Let me see. Let's try... Chorus, lush stereo. Why not? You can hear how bass drive. See? Hear that? So bass drive is really pushing that module. It's pushing through broadcast into module and bringing that sweep out. So I'm going to leave that on for now while I'm checking out. Come on. All right. What the hell, Cakewalk? Give me a break. All right. I'm going to start right there. Sounds pretty cool. Let's try lush chorus. No. Flancher, why not? That's why not.
You see the flames coming out of this butt. What?
That's horrible. That's having a darkening effect, which I don't think is gonna.
And everywhere you look, they light up the swamp. They light up the woods. They light up the rural areas of North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Mississippi, Alabama. They light it all up down in New Orleans. The white people got a flame coming out of his butt. The white people. But it won't be too many days now when all of these God wishes to exalt the truth that I've done with this pagan man. If you're going to see on a Sabbath. So every time there'll be a flame coming out of the butthole and you'll give them Texas diaper. It will stop this now. You can do in the butt. A flame when that man pulls that penis out of you. A flame is going to come out. It'll be an eternal flame. You'll need an asbestos diaper in order to be able to stop that thing. And nobody will ever stick a penis in your butthole again because it will be on fire. It will be flames of fire. You think it ain't with that, you ain't seen nothing. Do you see the flames coming out of TDJ's front. Where's TDJ? He got a flame. He got on his vest and diaper. Where's...
I don't think so. Filter sweeps.
The next time you get poked in the butt, a flame, when that man pulls that penis out of you, a flame is going to come out. It'll be in a tremor.
Yeah, I don't think I want a tremolo-like effect on there. Wishy-washy.
It will stop this. Now, you can do one or two things. Sodomite and sodomite failure free. The next time you get poked in the butt, a flame, when that man pulls that penis out of you, a flame is going to come out. It'll be an eternal flame that will not be able to put it out. You will not be able to get in the bathtub and put it out. You will not be able to get in the toilet and put it out. You will not be able to wash it out. You'll need an asbestos diaper in order to be able to stop that thing. And nobody will ever stick a penis in your butthole again because it will be on fire. It will be flames of fire. You think AIDS was bad, you ain't seen nothing.
Well, it's a candidate. I mean, auto panning, got to be careful. Got to be careful with that.
Get in the toilet and put it out. You will not be able to wash it out. You'll need an asbestos diaper in order to be able to stop that thing. And nobody will ever stick a penis in your butthole again because it will be on fire. It will be flames of fire. You think AIDS was bad, you ain't seen nothing. Do you see the flames coming out of TDJ's front? Where's TDJ? He got a flame. He got on his asbestos diaper. Where's that goes out? He got a flame. That's back.
You notice I'm hitting the mute button over here on the left. I do that because I want to hear the dropout. See, I want to be able to hear it like, oh, I can hear it. I can hear it as a distinct part rather than just noise. I can hear the dropout when I mute it. And so the first criterion is I can hear it as something better than just noise. Second, well, first I can hear the dropout when I hit mute. Second, I can hear it as something more or less distinct, not just noise. And third, after the dropout, I feel like there's something missing. I want it back. Okay, so if the first two criteria are satisfied, then I'll try to persist until the third is met. It drops out, and wait a minute, I want that back in there. It might not be good enough yet, but I can get it there. And this one, as cheesy as it sounds, muted, soloed.
You can do one or two things. Sodomite and sodomite failure free. The next time you get poked in the butt, a flame, when that man pulls that penis out of you, a flame is going to come out. It'll be an eternal flame that will not be able to put it out. You will not be able to get in the bathtub and put it out. You will not be able to get in the toilet and put it out. You will not be able to wash it out. You'll need an asbestos diaper in order to be able to stop that thing. And nobody will ever stick a penis in your butthole again because it will be on fire. It will be flames of fire. You think, hey,
I like it better without. Right? So the idea here is to give it more of its own space, more distinction, a finer texture. This is kind of washing it out in a way, and so this might not be the right tool. But I'm not done yet. Tremolo, no, I'm pretty sure I'm not interested in that. Four Rhodes piano, why not? Hear what it sounds like. Now, dreadful. Why is that dreadful? So, Chorus Lush Stereo gives it a lot more width, a bit more width anyway.
Coming out the butthole, and you'll need an objective diaper. It will stop there. Now, you can do one or two things. Sodomite and sodomite fails to free. The next time you get poked in the butt, a flame, when that man pulls that penis out of you, a flame is going to come out. It'll be an eternal flame that will not be able to put it out. You will not be able to get in the bathtub and put it out. You will not be able to get in the toilet and put it out. You will not be able to wash it out. You'll need an asbestos diaper in order to be able to stop that thing. And nobody will ever stick a penis in your butthole.
Little mid boost from Bass Drive. Now let's hear it. There'll be a flame coming out of the butthole, and you'll need an objective diaper. It will stop there. Now, you can do one or two things. Sodomite and sodomite fails to free. The next time you get poked in the butt, a flame, when that man pulls that penis out of you, a flame is going to come out. It'll be an eternal flame that will not be able to put it out. You will not be able to get in the bathtub and put it out. You will not be able to get in the toilet and put it out. You will not be able to wash it out. You'll need an asbestos diaper in order to be able to stop that thing. And nobody will ever stick a penis in your butthole again because it will be on fire. It will be flames of fire. You think AIDS was bad, you ain't seen nothing. Do you see the flames coming out of the PDJ's butt? Where's PDJ? He got a flame. He got on asbestos diaper. Where's Drudgery? He got a flame. That's maggot. He got a flame coming out of his butt. You better get up and preach, Lord. Why? Of Harlem night, all the maggots are being Harlem. But I pronounce the flame. You're going to think you're going to be in the midst of the swamps of South Carolina, what they call the lightning bug. I don't know if you've ever seen a lightning bug, but flies around with a flame of light coming out of his behind. And everywhere you look, they light up the swamp. They light up the woods. They light up the rural areas of North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Mississippi, Alabama. They light it all up down in New Orleans. The white got a flame coming out of his butt. The light. But it won't be too many days now when all about his God wishes to exalt the truth that I've done with this pagan man. If we're going to see on a Saturday night,
asbestos diaper. It will stop this now.
All right.
And using the asbestos diaper, it will stop this now. You can do one or two things. Pull that penis out of you. To get in the bathtub and put it out. You will not be able to get in the toilet and put it out. You will not be able to wash it out. You'll need an asbestos diaper in order to be able to stop that thing. And nobody will ever stick a penis in your butthole again because it will be on fire. It will be flames of fire. You think AIDS was bad, you ain't seen nothing. Do you see the flames coming out of the PDJ's butt? Where's PDJ? He got a flame, he got on his asbestos diaper. Where's that? He got a flame, that's maggot. He got a flame coming out of his butt. You better get up and preach, Lord. Why? All of night, all the maggots are being hollow. But I put down the flame. You're going to think you're going to be in the midst of the swamps of South Carolina, what they call the lightning bug. I don't know if you've ever seen a lightning bug, but flying around with a flame of light coming out of his behind. And everywhere you look, they light up the swamp. They light up the woods. They light up the rural areas of North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Mississippi, Alabama. They light it all up down in New Orleans. It's white. Wishes to exalt the preaching that I've done with this pagan magic. If you're going to see on a Saturday night, all of the church columns will be lit up with flames coming out the butt of the back, flames coming out fire. And using the asbestos diaper, it will stop this now. You can do one or two things, sodomite and sodomite therapy. The next time you get poked in the butt, a flame, when that man pulls that penis out of you, a flame is going to come out. It'll be an eternal flame that will not be able to put it out. You will not be able to get in the bathtub and put it out. You will not be able to get in the toilet and put it out. You will not be able to wash it out. You'll need an asbestos diaper in order to be able to stop that flame. And nobody will ever stick a penis in your butthole again because it will be on fire. It will be flames of fire. You think AIDS was bad. Flame, he got on his asbestos diaper. Where's that goes out? He got a flame, that maggot. He got a flame coming out of his butt. You better get up and preach, Lord. Why? All of night.
That's about all I can listen to that for now. You lose perspective, you lose objectivity, you just get tired. Got to move on to something else. I spent too long on it anyway. And I didn't even go back and revisit the EQ curve, for one thing. I mean, good Lord, look at that one. This one looks like it might have been a preset of some kind. And it's awfully, yeah. That could do with, I might need to scoop out the bass in that one. Which is going to change all the decisions I just made. So, but anyway, yeah, so we'll hit the save button. And let me see. Anybody there before I go? Any lurkers? Anybody want to say hi? Been over an hour, so it's long enough for something as limited in scope and unfabulous as this. So I'm going to leave it there and go get my coffee and get ready to drive the long-suffering missus to her destination, her shopping destination, which may or may not be fabulous. We'll just have to see. Anyway, that's it from lovely scenic Pajeon City, South Korea. And God bless and keep you no matter where you are or what you may be doing, within reason, of course. Over and out.